back, guys. We got a special video today. It's about dating. Oh, okay. So we're going to talk a little bit about dating. But first and foremost, welcome to That BS Guy. BS stands for Bariatric Surgery. And we're going to talk about post-bariatric surgery dating. Hell yeah. Go and get it, folks. You know, whether you're male or female, this video will apply to you in some capacity. Now, mind you, this is midway progression dating, not final progression dating. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the difference in approaches there. So, what prompted me to create this video is what's been happening a little bit more as of late, and I've hit right around 100 pounds down. I'm at 98 pounds down from my original highest weight point. So that's like a small person. Like, that's a child worth of junk, you know, going out of my body. And because of that, my face has changed. I have more energy. I got a little bit more swagger. I got more confidence in myself. The stuff that I'm wearing is smaller and a little bit more form-fitting, so it's hugging my curves and the, you know, my good bits in there to let people know, hey, you know, I'm here, and you like what you see? Come and tell me. Now, let me be very, very, very clear when it comes down to this surgery. I did not get this surgery to look better. I got this surgery to be healthy. Now, with that being said, healthy oftentimes comes with some other benefits, such as looking better or looking more aesthetically pleasing. So, what has been happening to me lately has been, I have been starting to be talked to by women who used to never give me a drop of time out of their schedule. Okay? Meaning, like, oh, you know, how's things going? I haven't caught up with you in a while. How are, you know, you want to go maybe grab a coffee, or do you want to hang out? Blah, 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 blah. And I found it really interesting that has started to happen. And, you know, one thing you have to realize, folks, is that we have to first internally reflect upon ourselves. Okay? I know, for me, when I was bigger, my standards for what I found attractive didn't fluctuate with my weight. I still liked what I liked, and at one point I used to be really fit in the army, and you know, I had fairly attractive women that I was dating here and there, and so my standard was still there, but there was no way typically that I was gonna pull a girl like that while I was almost 400 pounds. It's just, I mean, I'm just gonna be real with y'all, like, unless, you know, you have something else going for you that is like superb, you know, you could have the best soul, the best mind, but the thing is listen, unless someone's willing to put the time in to get to know that, they're not gonna see it. They're not gonna be part of that. So, you know, it cuts out a huge section of people. And here's the thing, I can't blame them. I don't think anybody watching this should, you know, blame those people for being too shallow, or, you know, like, don't do that. You know, come on now. Like, we do it to ourselves. We got big. Okay? Now, some of it could be, you know, medically induced or whatever, but the point is that we, you know, through our behaviors and through circumstances in general, we let ourselves get to that point. Because if we really didn't want to get to that point, like, we would have prevented that from happening. So, with that being said, you know, they're looking out for them too. They're going to be going after the best people in their mind. You know, what looks aside, you know, everybody's got different tastes, but like, physically speaking, like, you could say that, you know, they're going to go after, you know, whether it be male or female, the most attractive people first, because why not? It just makes more sense. And then hopefully those people that they talk to will have the personality of their dreams, and they get married, have kids, assuming that's what you want. Or, you know, if you're same-sex couple, then adopt kids. I don't know. It doesn't really matter to me. Point is that, you know, everybody's got their own thing. Everybody's got their own goals. But do what you're going to do, y'all. Anyways, let's talk about my experience now, just to kind of make sure everybody's on the same page. I am a heterosexual male, and been single. I don't have any kids, never been married, both by my choice and lately, due to my size, to me, a little bit less options across the board there. So, but lately, it's been interesting. Okay, so I had a picture taken of me, and I showed that in another my Journey series video just recently, over this last week, and it was very flattering. There was no alterations made. It just made me look like I was strong, like really strong, and kind of svelte looking. And I, just for the hell of it, I put it up on the dating sites and changed my profile picture on Facebook and things like that. And lo and behold, all of a sudden I started getting messages. Now, I am not, I'm going to put a little time out here. I am not in a position where I'm going to be actively dating. I was just curious on what's going to happen out there. Because first of all, I'm only halfway done. I got another, technically I'm more than halfway done, but I'm guarantee you these last 65, 70 pounds that I want to drop are going to take just as long as the first 100, if not longer. So that's why I say it's halfway done for me. Time-wise, it's around halfway done to me. So could be longer. I don't know. I could be maybe only like 1/3 of the way done. Who knows? Point is I still got a long way to go, and I know that for every 2 or 3 pounds, some part of me is going to start looking different. It's my stance is different because my arms aren't having to be way out here because of because my girth is I'm smaller. I'm physically smaller. The seats I sit in are not as tight anymore and things like that. I can sit in the exit row seats on airplanes and not have to struggle with fitting in between the borders with the trays in them. I don't ever have to use a seatbelt extender anymore. I mean, it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling to be there. But in terms of dating, you're still going to be getting, thinner, and oftentimes like that equates to more definition, your face thinning out, like lines, things like that, where when you're round you just have like a potato head. and there was only one detriment that I have discovered, well maybe two, with this weight loss stuff, is that being large and having fat on you kind of stretches out your skin, and therefore it also stretches out your wrinkles. So as you get smaller, you're gonna probably see that, oh my gosh, I'm looking a little older because now my wrinkles are starting to come in, that were stretched out by your just bigness, I guess you could say. So it's not uncommon that people sometimes will do like Botox and stuff like that after they get to their ideal weight to try and get some of that youthful look back, because honestly you probably look older than you do because your skin was stretched out because of all the weight that you were carrying. So if you have the money to do it, more power to you, but it's not necessary. People should, a few wrinkles here and there are not going to destroy your dating situation at all. It just might make you look a little older. Some people like those silver foxes. I mean, I got some gray hairs coming in. No worries about me. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that going back to my situation, once I made those picture changes, I've gotten more messages and responses than I had ever gotten in the past 2 years within the last 2 weeks. Stupid. It's to the point of where, and by the way, I am not saying that I am God's gift to women. I am not saying that whatsoever. I am just a normal dude who's just trying to figure out this whole journey thing with everybody. Not to mention that I have my eyes on an individual. So I mean, I'm not really going out there looking at stuff right now. Just going to see what's going to happen with that, and who knows? But the point is that in terms of dating, there's been a lot more interest, and I'm not really so much worried about what's happening to the people who don't know me. What I find very interesting is the people who already did know me, and then all of a sudden they see something different. They're like, oh, maybe we could hang out sometime, or it'd be really nice to reconnect, or whatever the hell, and I'm just sitting there going, Mm-hmm. So you're telling me that something, something changed to now have you want to talk to me or to get to know me better. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't buy that one bit. Um, I'm not mad at you that you're only interested because you think I'm prettier or you're prettier or whatever it may be, whoever, apply this to yourself. But you also have to look at it from a value sense. To me, if I wasn't good enough big, for them, I would be really debating whether or not that they'd really like me if I was still big. And what if, God forbid, that over time I could start to get a little bit bigger again? Would they walk out on me? Would they shift their eyes to somebody else? But then again, that new person who'd never known you before could do the same damn thing. So kind of puts you in this precarious situation. And so I've been very, very, very thorough when it comes down to, the girls that I've talked to and spent time with and things like that. So the girls I do spend time with, I think I want to get to know them here, and the only way I'm sure that I'm okay with spending time with them and getting to know them there is for them to also want to know me here and here as well. Rare birds, rare finds, whatever it may be, and it's. I'm just saying at this point that there's a lot of shallowness, coming out to play, and I think that since I'm not at the stage where I can just fritter around and be like, oh, never mind, just on to the next. Like I want something more of substance, and so therefore, I want to really find someone who connects with me as well. But also, I am still attracted to what I'm attracted to, and if I'm not attracted to them, I'm not going to really want to get to know them that well. I would be nice and respectful, but I mean, it's not. It is what it is in that respect. So, with that being said, my friends, dating, be aware, because from my own research, with YouTubers and things of that nature, and you can explore this, but a lot of people who have the weight loss surgery who do that while in a relationship, sometimes ends up not being in one at the end of it, because then they can pull a person that they may have been settling for somebody that wasn't treating them the right way because they knew they couldn't get anybody else, and then now they can, and so they go someplace else, or some people do get with people because of how they look, and some people just like some people like the really skinny people, some people like larger people as their preference. I know plenty of guys that like thicker women, who have it going on in certain areas, and when you lose a lot of weight, you're not going to be as going on in those areas for a while, and also those areas might look different because of just gravity and things of that nature, and not having as much fat in certain areas that kind of keep things in place. So sometimes that can be an issue. Now, can those issues be fixed? Yeah, absolutely. If you got the money, you can basically fix anything you need to fix after the fact. And sometimes your insurance will even fix it if there's enough skin or whatever that might pose like a health risk for cleanliness and things of that nature. So just kind of keep that in mind as you're going through here. But my only advice, and this is not a dating channel, but my only advice as someone who's only around halfway through his weight loss journey post bariatric surgery, is that be mindful of who you let close to you and who you let in those inner circles, and really cultivate those connections, and make sure people are in it for you, because you may look great right now, but something could go on where you do start to gain some of that weight back, and you don't want people just to walk off because you're not as pretty anymore. So take your time. With that also being said, work it. Be confident in yourself. Know your value. Knowing what you're worth is worth it says so much about your character when you're interacting with people, and it weeds out the people that just want something easy and quick. And you know, if you're all about, if you just want to get out there and do the dang thing and move on, then fine. That's all up to you. You live your life. But if you're looking for something a little bit more substantive, you know, knowing your value and sticking to your guns and making sure that you are taking care of yourself first, and the other people that want to be involved in your life, they can be, but they got to earn it. They got to earn it with their time, their effort, and their energy. And so, welcome to the fun of dating, y'all. For those of you who are going through this journey, I'll be updating these dating videos type things. This might be a thing I might do later on, but you know, I'm hoping to only, you know, date one person moving forward, and so I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I'm crossing my fingers. We'll see if she wants to do that or not. If not, then you know, I'll be back out in that dating pool or whatever. But I want to give it a shot before I go elsewhere. So, with that being said, if you do have any questions specifically around dating, what have you, I do have a couple pieces of advice for like attire as you're transitioning clothing. For men, you know, stuff that hugs more of the top of you, like kind of shoulders, and doesn't really hug the midsection as much, and kind of flows down, typically will give you a little bit more use out of those clothing, and they still look nice, and they actually will make you look stronger than weaker or big in certain cases. Ladies, same kind of thing. If you still have some gut, you know, going on, you know, those same kind of like tops that kind of come right underneath your bust area and kind of flow out, those are always looking really good, and you know, very, very nice. Cap sleeves are also good to kind of accentuate your top areas and things like that. And then don't be afraid, for both men and women, don't be afraid to wear tighter pants and shorts and things of that nature, because what you want to avoid, and what I have discovered, because I've gotten comments from women, that you don't want to wear pants that are not flattering. You know, have it hug your butt. Like, be confident that your butt looks better than it did before. And some people might want to look at it. You know who you are. And so give them that opportunity. Show off your assets, as it were, and be confident in yourself. So, you know, don't shy away from tighter clothing, you know, but also pick clothing that's comfortable and makes you look good. Smelling nice never hurts either. That's a really good thing. If people associate a really positive smell to you, that's a really good thing as well. In any case, that's my final little bit on dating. I will update you. I might also bring in a friend of mine who had the VSG to give her perspective on her changes and what she had done and her dating experiences, just to kind of make sure that this channel is not always male centric and not looking at it just from the male lens. I want to make sure to give everybody a perspective here that can be helpful. Because remember, this is supposed to be a one-stop shop, so I want to make sure that we're getting everybody the bariatric surgery advice for everybody. Last and surely not least, please, if you have not already, please like and subscribe down below. It really helps the channel out, and it allows me to continue making videos and spreading this channel. And feel free to share these videos with your friends who might be interested in, you know, bariatric surgery or whatever the topic is of the day that I am going with. So, in any case, thank you so much for watching. Have a great one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.